July 1909, Estadio Santiago Bernabéu, Madrid. 80,000 people in a stadium on a Sunday afternoon in July for a presentation. Not a match, a presentation. You walk out onto the pitch in a white shirt, and the noise is so loud it stops being sound and becomes something physical, like standing too close to a speaker. Confetti, camera flashes, a full stadium in the middle of summer for the sole purpose of watching you hold up a shirt. The fee is £80 million, a world record. No player in the history of football has ever cost this much. You stand in the center circle and raise your fist, and the Bernabéu gives it back to you tenfold, and for one moment, everything feels exactly right. You have wanted this move for 2 years. You have wanted the stadium, the shirt, the scale. Manchester United was where you became a player. This is where you intend to become something else entirely. Then the questions start. Is he worth it? Can anyone be worth £80 million? He won 1 Ballon d'Or at United, but Messi has won 2, and Messi's Barcelona just won the treble, and Barcelona are the best team in the world. And what exactly has Ronaldo come here to prove, and can he actually prove it? You hear the questions. You say nothing. You go to training the next morning. 2009-2010, Madrid. The first season is 33 goals in 35 league appearances. By any normal measure, this is an extraordinary season. By the measure being applied to you, the £80 million measure, the best player in the world measure, the Messi measure, it is not enough. Barcelona win the Liga. Barcelona win the Champions League. Messi wins the Ballon d'Or with the highest vote total in the award's history. You finish second. The narrative sets like concrete. Messi is the artist, Ronaldo is the athlete. Messi creates, Ronaldo performs. Messi is the answer to the question of what the greatest footballer alive looks like, and you are the very good player standing next to that answer, expensive and productive and somehow beside the point. It follows you everywhere, into press conferences, into television studios, into the comment sections of every match report. You cannot score a hat trick without someone writing that Messi scored 4 in a Champions League quarterfinal last week. You cannot win a Man of the Match award without a paragraph reminding the reader where you sit in the broader conversation. You read it. You feel it. In press conferences, journalists frame questions around it, not directly, but the architecture is always there. How does it feel to play in Messi's era? Do you think you can ever close the gap? You give the press conference answers. You go back to training. You stay late. May 2010, Estadio Santiago Bernabéu, Madrid. The Champions League semifinal, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. 2 legs, the most watched club fixture on the planet, the whole world framing it as Ronaldo versus Messi, which is not quite accurate. There are 22 players on the pitch, but the world has decided on its frame, and the world is not interested in corrections. First leg at the Bernabéu, you score, Madrid win 1-0. Second leg at the Camp Nou, Barcelona win 1-0. Extra time, Barcelona score twice more. You are out. You walk off the pitch at the Camp Nou, and the camera finds your face in the tunnel, and you give it nothing. Not anger, not devastation, just a face that has already moved on to the next problem. But the narrative takes the result and runs with it. In the match that mattered most, in the tie that the whole world was watching, Barcelona were better. Messi was better. The gap, they say, is real, and it is not closing. Some gaps, they say, never close. Some gaps are just the shape of the era you were born into. You fly back to Madrid. You go to training the next morning. 2010-2011, Madrid. José Mourinho arrives as manager, and the team changes shape overnight. Mourinho builds the system around your movement, your speed, your capacity to cover ground in both directions and arrive in the penalty area at the right moment. He understands you in a way the previous manager did not just as a goal scorer, but as a weapon with a specific range and a specific angle of attack, and he positions everything else to maximize the damage you can do. You score 40 league goals, 40, in a single La Liga season, a number so large it doesn't fit comfortably alongside other numbers. Real Madrid win the Copa del Rey. It is not enough. Barcelona finish above you. Messi wins his 3rd consecutive Ballon d'Or. 3 in a row. The conversation stops being about whether Messi is better and starts being about whether Messi is the greatest of all time, full stop, while you are still in the sentence, present tense, playing in the same era, scoring 40 league goals and finishing second. The journalists are careful now. They do not say you are not good enough. They say you are extraordinary, but that this is Messi's era, and some eras belong to one person, and maybe this is simply not your time. You sit in a press conference in the winter of 2011, and someone asks you about the Ballon d'Or and whether it hurts to keep finishing second. You pause. Then you say, "I know what I have done. I know what I am capable of. I don't need anyone to tell me." You say it quietly, not defensively, like a statement of fact from someone who's been keeping a private record for 3 years that nobody else has access to. Like someone who's been patient, not because patience comes naturally, but because they understand that the only argument worth making is the one made on the pitch.
May 2012, San Mamés Stadium, Bilbao. La Liga, Real Madrid versus Athletic Club. The title is not yet won, but tonight it can be. Barcelona are ahead on points, but they have played more games. If Madrid win tonight, the gap closes to a number Barcelona cannot recover from. You score twice. The first is a run-in behind the defense, clinical, no excess movement, the finish of someone who has been in this position so many times that the geometry of it is automatic. The second, in the 72nd minute, is struck from 25 yards, rising, curling into the top left corner before the goalkeeper has processed the decision to move. The kind of goal that silences whatever is happening in the stadium for exactly 1 second before it erupts. Madrid win 3-0. The title is effectively over. You finish the season with 50 goals in 50 games across all competitions. 50, a number that has no precedent in the history of Real Madrid, a number that the club's historians look up and find nothing to compare it to in over 100 years of records. La Liga is Madrid's, the first title in 4 years. The press write about the team. They write about Mourinho's system. They write about the squad depth. They write about how Barcelona finally slipped and Madrid were there to capitalize. Somewhere in the final paragraphs, they mention the 50 goals. It is not enough. Not yet. January 7th, 2013, Congresshaus, Zurich. The Ballon d'Or ceremony. You are sitting in a tuxedo in a hall in Zurich, and the room is full of the best players in the world, and Messi has won this award 3 years in a row, and most people in the room and most people watching at home have already decided in the back of their minds that he will win it again. It is the assumption the ceremony is built around. The photographers are positioned near his seat. The commentators have their sentences ready. They read the third-place name, then the second, then yours. You stand up, and the room applauds, and you walk to the stage, and someone hands you the golden ball, and you hold it, and you look out at the room, and you think about every press conference question about Messi's era, and every careful article about the gap, and every second-place finish, and every morning in the Madrid sun staying late when everyone else had gone home, and every dormitory bathroom in Lisbon with the tap running, and every alley in Madeira with a worn ball and 2 rocks for goalposts. You hold the trophy up. You do not say much in the speech. You thank your teammates. You thank your family. You say that you dedicate it to everyone who believed in you. You do not need to say anything about doubt. The trophy is already saying it. The era, it turns out, belonged to both of you. It just took 4 years for the world to admit it. One word in the comments, the word for what it feels like when 4 years of silence finally gets to speak. Just one. Subscribe. There are more comebacks to live.